Hi. If you notice that this video resembles those made by Dennis Dillon for the Fair Vote Canada, this was the original intent. And since we couldn't get a hold of Dennis Dillon, we asked Stephen Hawking to narrate. You see, as British Columbians are preparing to vote in a referendum on electoral reform, many are concerned, just what would an alternative to our single-member, winner-take-all voting system actually look like? Right now I want to introduce you to one of those concrete alternatives. The dual-member proportional voting system. Dual-member proportional, or DMP for short, is a made-in-Canada voting system, designed by a University of Alberta mathematics student Sean Graham. Basically, DMP combines our existing single-member, winner-take-all voting system with an element of proportional representation. Its features include a one-vote ballot, relatively small districts, and a single tier of local representatives. Under DMP, most local ridings would elect 2 MLAs each. First would be elected by the first past the post, just as the MLAs are elected now, while the second seats would be used to top up the results, to accurately reflect the popular vote for different political parties. It can happen that geography and simple math may dictate a number of districts to be kept as single-member ridings. These, however, would not be standalone ridings. All votes, including those cast for the non-elected candidates, will be counted towards the province-wide totals and will affect the overall election results in exact same manner as the votes cast in the two-member ridings. The outcome of this system would achieve proportional results based on the province-wide popular vote. If voters cast 39% of the votes for one party, that party will gain 39% of the seats, no more, no less. By using a DMP voting system, most voters will be represented by a party they support. And, with the 2 MLAs likely to belong to different parties, voters would have a choice in terms of which local MLA to approach with their issues. Using DMP will change the dynamic of political competition, creating incentives for politicians to respond to what voters want. Let's look a little more closely at how a dual-member proportional system could be designed to be used in British Columbia. Most likely, the 3 northernmost ridings would remain single-member, while the remaining 84 would be replaced with dual-member ridings. Dual-member proportional system will not increase the size of the legislature. It would remain the same at 87 MLAs, unless the lawmakers themselves decide otherwise. Here is what a ballot would look like under the dual-member proportional system for the riding of Langley, which would comprise today's Langley and Langley East. It is very similar to the one used under the first past the post, except that most political parties have 2 candidates listed. Voting works the same as under the current system, by marking a single X. This counts as vote for a party and for its primary candidate, the one that is listed first. The primary candidate with the most votes wins the first seat. The second seats are used to top up the results, so that every vote counts. The more votes candidates receive in their local ridings, the more likely they are to win the remaining seats. Secondary candidates, too, can look forward to win seats in the ridings that their party has won by a landslide. Independent candidates are elected if they place first or second in their ridings. DMP is representative at the local level and proportional overall. Let's explore the kind of results we might expect to see with a dual-member proportional voting system. This simulation is based on the results of the 2017 election. Now, keep in mind that when you change the voting system, you change the incentives that affect the kind of decisions that voters might make. For instance, we know that when every vote counts, voters won't have to worry about splitting the vote or casting a strategic vote. Thus, we should expect that the support for different parties might change. Supposedly, once the local results are counted, BC voters elect 24 NDP MLAs, 20 Liberal MLAs, and 1 Green MLA. The second seats would be assigned based on the province-wide share of the popular vote received by each party. In this example, voters would have also elected, for the second seats in their dual-member constituencies, 12 NDP MLAs, 16 Liberal MLAs, and 14 Green MLAs. By using DMP, the results are a closer match to what voters actually said with their votes. dual-member proportional is one concrete way to create more accurate, democratic results in BC elections. As a made-in-Canada voting system that achieves proportional results without using party lists, DMP is a perfect choice for British Columbia. Please support DMP in the upcoming referendum. Say yes to proportional representation and then select the dual-member proportional as your first choice. Thank you.